Welcome back to the second progress update on the push limit 2 flank machine. So last time I complained how it's really not enough space over here behind this engine part to fit the right timings. And now Divided by Zero joined this project and came up with a very cool component. So let's see it in action. His idea was to add another sticky piston facing other side to get basically the same system we have over here, and to trigger it an odd amount of times he used a piston worm over here, and that actually completes the first 3 piston pulls, 4 even. So now to get at least an incremental engine, all we have left is to move this piston and to also trigger this piston. Next I thought of this wire that sends signal backwards, so if we trigger this observer, you will see that it sends signal backwards. Yeah, we needed to trigger twice always, and we can move this wire forward. Yeah, it would spam a bit, but it would still move and leave all the pistons in the right position. And that helped me finish the bottom part. So now we're actually getting signal from this observer. It activates those 2 pistons. This piston activates this observer, and that sends a signal back to this piston. So let's move it. Yeah, as you can see, bottom now completes the sequence. Now we only have this piston to deal with. And I also highlighted with green glass places where we still have push limit. So as you can see, it's not many spaces, but we also have quite a few spaces where we get redstone signal. So like this block and this block, this, and yeah. Alright, next component. So we have 2 types of forward extensions. Here is type number 1, and type number 2 is piston worms, and they're amazing because with them we can easily fork or turn to the sides. Meanwhile, it's impossible to add anything in front and to push something. Meanwhile, those types of extensions we can't really fork or turn to the side, but we can attach anything as long as it's push limit 2 in front. So we didn't really have any transition between like piston worms into this type, and that's what I did. Thankfully, you can tile piston worms differently. So here is tiling number 1. It's basically 4 wide, and here is tiling number 2. It's 3 wide. So this way we can actually get an offset in time between those 2 lines, and using that we are able to power those 2 pistons from this line and later also move it forward. So let's see how those diamond block moves. And using that we can do a puller based on piston worms, and we can even attach an end part to it. So I set my push limit to 12 for this part just for demonstration, but it works with push limit 2 like the rest of it. Let's see it in action. Interestingly, I at first had an observer here powering both of those pistons, and I was 1 tick too short to pull this piston to deactivate it and then pull it with this slime block. So I came up with this interesting extension that is 1 game tick faster than observer based one. And now finally an incremental engine attempt. So I managed to attach piston worm based puller to this engine part. It actually attaches really nicely. Sadly, delay between sites here is actually 7 game ticks, so I had to redesign this back component, but in the end it worked out. So let's see it in action. So puller is actually working, fully working, so it's in a reset state, and the only part that's not is this single piston worm, so you have to do that before pushing it again. And I have this piston worm only to power this piston actually, so he's the problem. I didn't manage to solve this yet, but this makes me like 100% sure that at least an incremental engine is possible. There is quite a lot of room to do some stuff, like you have a lot of push limit here, and you have a lot of power sources you can steal power from. Yes, I didn't like put puzzle pieces together yet, but I'm sure it's doable. Maybe some rewiring is needed, like to change this puller, but we will do it. Yeah, I'm sure.